What's up, everybody? We back in the building again. Another edition of the Reese Wheel Show. Like and subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you. I read all of your comments and I try to respond to most of them if I can. Had to come tap in on Cam Newton responding to what Ryan Clark had said on Twitter the other day after he recently brung Jason Whitlock on the show, known enemy of Stephen A. Smith, plus the position of Stephen A. Smith and the role that he played getting Cam Newton on his show on ESPN First Take and other things that he has done in the past. Here is Cam responding to Ryan Clark.
Because I got to lead with love.
There you go.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Ryan Terry, you know, I rock with you.
Yep.
But just like in any household, just like any locker room, just like any situation where there's some type of brotherhood, we're going to have our disagreements.
For sure.
And this ain't no different. We just going to have to agree to disagree.
Brotherly love, brother.
You go to Twitter, I go to 4th and 1.
Oh, we always got it done, brother.
We talked about it. He sent me a message. That's cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he went to Twitter. I was going to leave it at the conversation.
Yeah.
So therefore, he said his piece to the world.
What you going to do?
Now I say my piece to the world.
Okay.
So you mean to tell me that you going to tell me who me can and can't have on me platform?
Yeah. That's what he meant. My platform, but yeah.
No.
Yeah, you understand. Oh.
You gonna tell me who me can have on me platform? I don't go and say to you who you can have on your platform.
Yeah.
You understand?
I understand what you're saying.
And this is the thing, because this is just not about Ryan Clark, because I have so much respect and appreciation to my brother in content, to my brother as a former athlete, to my brother as a very well-spoken individual that has opened doors for the likes of me and the others.
Yeah.
But one thing that's not going to happen is a puppet string attached to my back.
Yeah.
Ron Rivera knew that. Jerry Richardson knew that. Gene Chizik knew that. Bill Belichick knew that. Every single coach player that I've ever played with knew that. I'm going to do things how I want to do it. Respectfully.
Correct, yeah.
Don't micromanage me. Don't tell me what I can and can't do if this is the bylaws of the game that we're playing.
And there's a link in the description where you guys can watch the full video on Cam Newton's podcast, 4th and 1, where you can get more in depth. I tried to grab the main part of the video. Now, when Clark seen Jason Whitlock's interview, he tweeted this out. If someone shows you love, has you on their show twice a week, at least you don't bring his known enemy on your show and allow your guests to talk about person. That's not G at all. Loyalty is at a minimum these days. It's funny, I haven't had any back and forth or any issues with anyone that I've engaged in for a while. I won't insult and won't disrespect for clicks. I'm over that. I want to talk about topics. My name was brought up in the same interview. I will not bite. Have a great day. Now, we got to keep it 100. Yeah, you in the media and you talking about people every day. People are going to expect that you should be able to take what you give. You're going to have to know that sooner or later, somebody's going to come for you. That's just what it is. No doubt about it. But with this issue, it's a lot of moving parts. You got the beef with Stephen A. and Jason Whitlock, and Whitlock has went in on Stephen A. And Stephen A. did a whole hour blasting Whitlock last week. He went in and then you got Anton Daniels on Stephen A's show. And Anton just got into the beef with Corey Holcomb, where he went full tilt. And if you don't know, Corey Holcomb and Stephen A. got a beef, so it's all intertwined, man. But getting back to Cam Newton and Ryan Clark, Cam Newton is top tier when it comes to content He'll bring somebody on the show no matter if it's messy or not. He's proven that in the past, and he will let somebody slander somebody without pause. But Jason Whitlock, he's a direct enemy of Stephen A. Smith, and his attention is going to be at Stephen A. Smith. And we know that they have had several public splats unfiltered.
You're doing it because you're doing what's politically expedient so you can keep a job. How do we know this? Because how else would you watch me so much? Why do you know every little thing I do? Do you understand, Jason Whitlock, that you have done the equivalent of literally getting on your knees right in front of me? That's how desperate you sound, talking about me all the time. In this profession, I have whipped your ass. You can't touch me, bro. There's levels to this, and you ain't on it. I got up and walked around studio, not just to show off my suit and the relatively decent shape that I'm in, but because you never move from your seat, you don't want people to see you with your walrus-looking ass self. All you do is pop shit and talk about people. You stopped covering sports a long time ago. You just talk about people who cover it. Because it ensures that you don't have to go to games, you don't have to communicate with people, and you don't have to be confronted by the people that you mess with outside of this business. You tell them how you slide a tape recorder under Allen Iverson's hotel door when you try to listen to those conversations. You tell them that? You tell them how many of us in the industry that you went to bosses and tried to undermine us to prevent us from getting paid? You talk about how many careers you've tried to squash? No, you don't talk about that. You say, I'm doing God's work. I don't care what people think. It's about me and him. You must have been really messed up to be so fixated on God at this point in time in your life because you know the damage you tried to do to other people.
Some people ride with Jason Whitlock or some people don't. But if you keep it 100, he's always going after somebody black, trying to discredit or trying to shame them. There's a long list of people that he has beef with. That's just what it is. That's just what he does. He goes at everybody that is black and successful. If you're honest, that's just what it is. That's what his platform has been since he came on with Fearless. He tries to tear everybody down. It don't just be about criticizing somebody. He tries to destroy them. It don't just be about giving honest opinions. It's about let me disrespect, let me discredit, let me inflame the situation. And he's very successful at it. He's got his fan base and they ride with him. But back to Cam Newton, there's no loyalty in content under any means. Loyalty to who? This is what he believes. Like he said to Ryan Clark, you're going to tell me who I can have on me platform? It's content over loyalty. And that's how he chooses to do his show. And he's very successful at it as well. I got to ask you, who you got here? Who you riding with? Cam or you siding with Ryan Clark? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video.